Chapter 20, Dancing Poles of Jello. Ishmael, I've put your name down for the Year 9 debating team. It was the Monday morning following St Daniel's famous victory over Churchill. James Scobie blinked at me calmly. You what? I've put you down for the Year 9 debating team, he said again, as if he was making some passing comment on the weather. You what? I said more loudly, trying to indicate the level to which my hysteria was rocketing. I stared at Scobie in shock. I shook my head in horror. Had he gone completely mad? Could he hear himself? Did he have the faintest idea that what he was really saying was, Ishmael, I've put you down for standing completely naked in front of a room full of strangers, while your heart is ripped out through your mouth and your skin is peeled slowly, strip by strip, from every centimetre of your body? Is there a problem? A problem? Was there a problem when someone on the Titanic sent for ice? I'm hopeless, I'm no good, no, wait, no, I can't do it. What I was trying to explain to him was that I would rather have my tongue stapled to my forehead than take part in debating. I would rather whisper sweet nothings into the cauliflower-like ear of Frankie the Magnan Crow than stand up and talk in front of a crowd. I would rather be the only Ishmael in the Barry Bagsley School for Clones than to be within a million light years of public speaking. See what I'm getting at? I wasn't really that fussed on the idea. You'll be fine, I can help you. No, I wouldn't, you don't, I couldn't, it's just, I can't, Now you see why Scobie wanted me to be in the team. I have a way with words. You could sit out the first round of debates until you felt more confident, then join in after that. He made it seem so easy, but he had no idea what it was like for people like me. Did James Scobie know what it was like to stand in front of a class while his face felt like it had just exploded in flames and his ears sizzled like deep fried potato scallops? Had he ever had his legs turn into dancing poles of jello and his kneecaps leap about like lotto balls? Had he ever felt his hands swell into giant air balloons till there was nowhere to hide them and his eyelids become so heavy that they forced his head onto his chest and made it impossible to look up? How could anyone like Scobie, who could address an entire assembly or a stadium full of people as easily as talking to himself, know what it was like to be someone like me? I'm like that guy in the movie we watched in English with Miss Tarango, Dead Poets Society. Tim, or Todd, I think his name was. You know, the one who's too shy to say his poem to the class, and so Robin Williams, who's playing the teacher, just tries to get him to yell something out in front of everyone. A wild barbaric yelp, he calls it, or something weird like that. But the kid can't do it because the pressure of all those eyes is just killing him. Well, no disrespect to the actor, but I could have played that role with one hand tied behind my back. I knew that James Scobie would never understand, and so I didn't waste my breath in trying to explain. Look, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. What if he didn't have to speak? I glanced up to see if he was joking, but he looked back at me blankly. What do you mean? What if you were in the team, but you didn't have to debate? Now, there was an interesting proposition, and it opened up exciting possibilities. If I could do that, perhaps I could join the swim team, but not swim, or play first grade rugby for St Daniel's from the sidelines. But hey, why stop there? I could ace all my exams without actually sitting for them, leave school and find a highly paid job without working, marry a beautiful girl without meeting her, and settle down and have lots of kids without, what do you say? Don't get me wrong, I like the idea, but wouldn't that kind of defeat the purpose? Not at all. We can have up to 5 members in the team. That gives us 3 for each debate, plus a reserve, plus you. But what would I do? You could be our research man and help with the preparation and the writing of the speeches. Look, you might have some trouble with talks, but when it comes to writing, I'd say you're probably the second best student in English, he said with a slight smile. And you're smart, and unlike some of our fellow classmates, You're actually aware of this. The school has a library, and more amazing still, you know what it's for and how to use it. Ishmael, I won't make you speak, I promise that. But to put it quite simply, I need you. I trusted James Scobie and I wanted to help him, but I couldn't stop the panic from rising inside me. It was like when I was little and my father took me out into deep water for the first time. He said he wouldn't let go of me and I believed him, but I still tried to burrow myself in his chest like a giant tick. But I don't know anything about debating. I'll teach you. Besides, there's a big workshop at Moorfield High. We'll go to that. But what if more than 5 people want to be in the team and all of them are actually willing to debate? Then I guess you're off the hook, aren't you? Look, the meeting's Wednesday at lunchtime. Just come along and help me with it. Maybe take down names or something and we'll see what happens. It couldn't hurt, could it? No, I suppose not, I said wearily as I sensed the water darken and grow colder around me. Of course I was wrong. It could hurt very badly indeed.